Adam, locked up at 18 all at the halftime. You really went out with the point to prove in that first half. Where did you feel it got away from you in the second?
I thought in the first half, not everything went to plan, but we showed a heap of resolve in the first half. Not much was phasing us. We stayed in the hunt, obviously picking up that try at the back end of the half. And I actually thought the first probably 5 to 10 minutes of the second half in terms of field position was the best that we'd done it for a while. I thought we started the half, and then that try, where there was obviously some conjecture around us stopping, which I tend to agree with. We stopped on last play there. It was a bit innocuous. There was a bit in that, but that deflated us a bit, and we've got to be able to overcome that. We have to own it. I think we had 4 tries on last play, and the thing about last play is they mask a lot of good things that you do in the set, but at the end of the day, they're 6 points at the end of that. So, to rack up 24 points on last plays, something we have to own and get better at for the back end of the year.
So that Tom Starling try was sort of a momentum shift. Did you think that you agree with the first part, but then perhaps the off the ground was the right call, wrong call?
No, I agreed with the bunker on all of that. I reckon we stopped. Phoenix should have kept moving. So I thought the bunker explained it that way, and I agree with him. Won't make excuses for our guys. I think if we could be better there, I completely disagree with the bunkers overturning in the second one. Okay, and I don't want to make it about that. It was one try, but to overturn, he clearly went to the outside shoulder of Jack Coggers. Say he played at the man. Well, if he's not there, he's inside him. It's not playing at the man. So I think Grant got it really right, and I agree with him. We stopped in the line, and we deserved to try against us, but he got that one wrong.
Yeah. So moving forward for the back end of the season, what do you take from today in terms of that? I mean, yes, you want to work on that last play with the tries, but where's the positives in that is really that you did sort of match it in that you felt like you probably played that best footy that you have?
I thought we moved the ball around well. We've got some young players out there, okay? So with the ball, I thought we turned up with the right mentality. We've done a lot of good things that sides have struggled against the Raiders. They offload a lot. I'm not sure how many they got today, but you're never going to get rid of all of them. But I thought with a lot of stuff that we prepared to do, we turned up and executed. I thought some young and inexperienced guys had a couple of moments, like a missed tackle, that they're going to get better at.
Yeah.
Like over time, they're going to get better at it, and that's welcome to the NRL. You can't, you miss one tackle, it usually leads to a try. So, there's some harsh lessons there for some young guys, and they'll get better for it.
Dane at fullback, he's impressed really since he's shifted there. What do you admire about what he's been able to do at the moment?
What he gives us every single week, regardless of position, gives us everything we got. Like for that 80 minutes, regardless of the week that he's had or anything that's going on, he's just a true fighter for us, and he's keeping the spirit alive within our organisation and really helping these younger guys on what it means to play in the jersey and play for the town that you fight to the end. And our season's not over. We get to play a part in how finals are played out for other teams, and if anything, we need to set up our summer on a positive. So there's plenty of stuff to play for, and he drives that.
Tyson into the halves and then Jackson coming off the bench, is that something you're going to try and stick with? Did you feel like it worked today?
Yeah, look, we've got the bye, so we get to get some training in next week and have a look at it. But I think both of those guys, I think Tyson Gamble played a big part in the expansive nature of our game in the first half. So I'll have a look at it. There's other stuff that I'm concerned about at the moment, in particular those last plays and getting better at that.
Dane, what did you make of it? You're right in the game for 50 odd minutes there.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the first half, especially when they got that late try, even with or without Fletcher Hunt's try, I thought we were still right in it. We were turning up for each other and working hard for each other, and we spoke about it at half time, and starting off the second half was important for us, getting off to a good start, and I thought we did that. But then once we had that first error, letting a try, a fifth tackle penalty, my drop ball at the back, it kind of just snowballed, and we weren't able to kind of stop that momentum. And with a team like that, they're sitting at the top of the table for a reason, and they've got a lot of players in that team that can, I guess, jump on those sort of opportunities. So it's just about whether, like I said last week, whether refs get calls right or wrong. Everyone's going to make mistakes. We make mistakes, but it's up to us to, I guess, win footy games and take that out of it. Like as you said, the fifth play, we got to take a good hard look at that and I guess be able to turn teams away. But at the same time, we got to make teams earn the right to attack our try line or have those opportunities for those fifth plays, because we're giving a lot of teams leg ups, inviting them into our half, and you just can't do that at this level. So you got to make teams earn the right, and we've got a week off now. We'll rest up and we'll look to keep going. We've still got another couple of weeks of footy left, and I plan on finishing the season strong.
Adam talked a little bit about how there was a couple of young players that went out there and learned a couple of lessons today. As one of the more senior players on the side, and obviously missing a couple of players like Caitlin, for example, how important do you kind of think these last couple of weeks are just for you, just to kind of grow into that leadership a little bit more?
Yeah, I think those young fellas handled it themselves well. It's not an easy game, and like you said, they're still young and they did a lot of good things out there too. I know Kyle will be, I guess, filthy on himself for a couple of those tries, but at the end of the day, I'm not exactly sure on his age, but he's got a big future and he does a lot of good things for this team. So it's just about, I guess, keeping them positive, and it's easy to go into your shell when things like that happen, but the good players, I guess, learn to overcome that and get over that, and they'll develop that in time, and it's just about trying to reinforce all the good stuff that they've been doing for this club.
Dane, with the form that you're in at the moment and the positives that you do take out of it, how confident are you, staying with the club and wanting to, stay on for 2026?
Yeah, obviously there's a bit of stuff come out, but like I've always said, I'm here representing Newcastle Knights and not just the club, but the people that live in Newcastle. That's what I've said from the start. That's the one thing that I love so much about this club is the fans. They endure a lot of hardship, but they always keep turning up, and I guess it's up to us as footy players to repay that favour. Obviously, we haven't had a great run this year, but I'll be damned if I'm going to stop fighting for this club, and whatever happens off the back of that happens, but I'm here to play footy and try win games, so I'll keep trying.
And essentially out of finals contention, do you look to get some more footy, some of those young guys in the season now?
I think I alluded to earlier in the week, you still got to earn the jersey. I think at the moment that we give them away just because, if I hand this jersey over to someone just because we're out of finals, I don't think that's the right thing to do. You've got to be making sure that you're playing to a standard that you've earned the right to do it, and upholding some of the standards within the jumper. Otherwise, you just cheapen it. So, yeah, it's a fine line. Having said that, there's some young guys that we've, been playing for while finals were still in contention, and if they're doing the job, I'll pick them. I think it comes down to that more so than who's here, who's not here, how old. I think anyway, until someone might tell me otherwise in the club, but I think the jersey is really important, that you're playing to a certain standard, not just whether you're here next year or whether you're young or old.
Must be pretty proud of the effort in the last few weeks. I thought
Yeah.
you could have got beaten before they got off the bus today, given how last week it sort of went.
Yeah, I can tell by the way they're going about their training, and it's going to sound crazy to some, like we had 44 points put on us, so that we're not going to agree with him, but I'm with them every day, and I can tell they're proud. They're not going to lay down. They haven't done it all year, and they won't do it for the rest of the year. None of us will. So I'm proud of that. They're still fighting us.